Saint Kalalal, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham Makakodash. I want to give the honors unto the apostles and the elders of GMS. Salutation to all the brethren around the four corners of this earth, doing this work in sincerity and in truth, spreading this truth, right? What I want to talk about today is this, the fact that the Mosai, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, him swear, you understand? Him swear on himself. You understand what I'm saying? There's a reason as to why the Mosai swear upon himself, You understand what I'm saying? Because why? Him take it thing very serious. You understand? Him swear on himself, which is the highest. Right? The Mosai swear say him gonna destroy Babylon. Him gonna destroy you Edomite devils. You understand what I'm saying? You descendants of Esau. Right? Him promise, he made a promise unto you all in Obadiah the 1st chapter. Right? So why? Yo, them is the people against whom him have great indignation forever. Right? Romans 9:13 him say what? Jacob him love but Esau him hate. The scripture let you know that the Mosai changed not. Therefore the sons of Jacob are not consumed in Malachi. Right? So when you check the thing now, the fact that the Mosai swear upon himself, that I show you, hey, even if the Mosai never swear, the scripture say, yo, him exalt him words above him name. You understand? Which means that either way, for sure the more the gravity of the whole situation, you understand, him even put it on him name, him swear upon himself, right? Say I'm gonna destroy you Edomite devils, you been messing up the whole place, messing up the earth, making all the nations mad, making all the nations drunken, right? And you so-called Negroes, Native American Indians, so-called Hispanics, West Indian blacks who wanna follow this madman in all him philosophies and all him ways of doing things, y'all gonna get destroyed along with him. Because y'all are part of the problem, not part of the solution. Y'all not for righteousness, right? And what Yahushai say? Yahushai is all about righteousness. So you fuck it, hey, you Christians who wanna think that hey, the law's done away with, and you can do whatever you please. Hey, you need to have a measure of righteousness. And what is the measure of the righteousness? Measure of righteousness. The Holy Scriptures, the laws, the statutes, the commandments of the Heavenly Father. All the sayings that is laid out in the scriptures. And if the Mosai say I'm going to destroy Esau, the Edomite devils, that is righteousness. You understand? Because what Yahushai say there is the faith, this is the faith and the patience of the saints, right? This is what the saints hoping for. The saints going back to whom? The saints, as we talk about in Psalms the 147th chapter, the 19th verse, actually Salah, that is Jacob show him laws and such commandments. So, but the saints pertaining to Psalms 148, right? In the 148 chapter, when say, yo, is saints, even Israel, right? Israel is the saints. You understand? Them is the saints. Them is the verses that was created unto honor. Right? Them was the judges. Them was created as judges to be judges upon the face of the earth. Right? And nothing no change. To this very day is the same set of people. Hey, the Most High never made no mistake when they make the nations and give them inheritance. Each nation get them inheritance. You understand? But let me read this, because this is what the Most High say, right? Verse 24, Jeremiah 51. And I will render unto Babylon and to all the inhabitants of Chaldea. Right, Chaldea going back to what? The land of the Chaldees, the land that Abraham had come from, with them wizards and them sorcerers and them working and thing, the Mosai against them things, sorcery and all type of messing with all type of familiar spirits, all them thing. The Mosai now deal with them thing. What the Mosai dealing with is the laws, the statutes, commandments, the instructions that him give you Israelites to keep. You understand? You so-called Negroes, so-called West Indian blacks, so-called Hispanics, so-called Latinos. These is bywords, that was given to you, by who? By your oppressors, the so-called white man, right? Followed by the other heathens them, because them partake of the whole thing as well, Them turn up them nose on them soon in a captivity. Them turn up them nose on the Mosai, basically they turn him back against y'all. You understand? Because you now listen, so the Mosai anger was kindled, right? Y'all thinking that, hey, it's a coincidence that you going to slavery. It's a coincidence that you in them lands you in right now. It's not a coincidence, man. Yo, the Mosai putting upon them, the Mosai make the Grecians them putting upon them slave ships. The Grecians going back to the so-called white man, putting up back upon them ships, them slave ships, right? And carrying in this rascal place. You Southern tribe, Judah, Benjamin, Levi, the other 10 tribes, right? There's a lot. The northern tribes, right, was already here, because after the Assyrian slavery, they had moved. You understand how and find themselves, in the Americas, pertaining to the Apocrypha. In the Apocrypha, you find that, you understand. But let me continue read this, right? Behold, I am against thee, O destroying mountain, saith the Lord, which destroyed all the earth. So the Most I say, I'm against you, you Edomite devils and y'all governmental systems. Your systems that y'all have established you the face of the earth. I'm against it. And I'm against you. You understand? Right? And say, I will stretch out my hand upon thee. You understand? Basically, I'm saying, you will shy if you bust on your head. You understand? As well as Israel. Right? And roll them down from the rocks, and will make thee a burnt mountain. Right? So burnt meaning destroyed. Consumed mountain, a consumed government, a consumed nation. You understand what I mean? I say? Consumed principality. You understand? Hence why Yahushai, gonna have many crowns, because why am I gonna get all the dominion over principalities, powers, governments right across the face of the earth. You understand? You understand? Right? Continuing, and they shall not take of thee a stone for a corner, nor a stone for a foundation, but thou shalt be desolate forever. So basically, you go be nothing. If you're not a stone for the corner, not a stone for the foundation, you use nothing. You're not going to be a part of this. You understand what I mean? I said the Most High going to, wipe you off of the face of the earth. You understand? But let me read this about Babylon, because y'all people think Babylon, talking about the Babylon back in history, the Babylonian Empire. But this is prophecy. You understand what I say? Because why? We know that this is prophecy because Esau is still around town, the land of the Chaldeans. You understand what I say? Right? Alright, let me read this. Let me get that in Revelations, the 14th chapter. Right? Revelation, the 14th chapter and the 8th verse. Right? Let me see what go on in the scripture here. Right? And it reads, and there followed an angel saying, Babylon is fallen. Right? But is fallen, that great city, because she made all the nations drink of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. And what is talking about? If we go back, let we go back in Jeremiah 51, and you see why it say she had made all nations drink of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. And it's a great city, which is America. You understand what I mean? I say? Pertaining to what? The same city that I talk about in Revelation 11 and 8. Right? That great city, right? And it reads, Revelation 11 and 8, and their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city. It's the same city where it's called in Babylon, right? Which is spiritually called Sodom and Egypt, where also our Lord was crucified. And why it is spiritually meaning according to the scriptures, it is called Sodom, right? Why it is called Sodom? Because why? The Father say, yo, them sins is as Sodom, they hide it not, right? And as Egypt, because why? Him telling Deuteronomy 28 and 68 say, hey, I'm going to bring you back in Egypt again via we are ships. So spiritually, where would they come back? Via we are ships. Yeah? Where you Negroes come back? Via we are ships. Right? Now in the Americas. Now in the Americas and spread also to the four corners of the earth. That is the same city that I talking about, the same Babylon. You understand? You're in Babylon right now, you're in Egypt right now, you're in Sodom right now, because spiritually, America is known as Sodom and Egypt, and all them tributaries are also along with them. You understand? Them is tributaries of Babylon, which means that them is Babylon. Hence why John 8 and 44 say, yo, ye are your father the devil. You are of your father the devil, the deceiver. Right? Because you all partake in philosophism, doctrines, is we are doing things. You understand? So you all are part of that great city, a part of Sodom and a part of Egypt. Right? And let me go back in Jeremiah 51 and see why the Most I say. You understand what I say? Him cause the nation them, if you drink of the wine of the wrath time in indignation. This is why. This is why. Jeremiah 51 and 7. Because Babylon had been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine. Therefore the nations are mad. You understand? The nations mad. You understand? Because that's why Revelation the 14th chapter we talk about the great city. You understand? Because you know, Babylon, which caused all them the nation to drink of the wine of the wrath of the heavenly Father, is because why them take on them drinking of the wine. Babylon, which you know is her philosophies, the doctrines, you know, him theories, are the so-called Edomites, the so-called devils, which are the Edomites, so-called white people, right? But let me get this precept right here. You understand? Because the Most High gonna use Israel, you know, and smash people in pieces. You understand? Starting with the 144,000, the elect. You understand? The elect, hey, alongside Yahushua, hey, the army of the elect gonna smash, you know, them Edomites into pieces, you know. You understand? And all those who wanna partake of him folly, you understand, and cause beer madness and beer darkness will be for spread through the four corners of the earth. You understand? Let me read this. This is Ezekiel chapter 25, right, and verse 14. Show you say, you know, you devils can't escape the judgment. And I don't know the people them are the most I talk about. Him calling them by name, which is Edom, right? This is Ezekiel 25 and verse 14, right? And I will lay my vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people Israel, right? Israel going back to who? The sons of Jacob, you so-called Negroes, so-called Hispanics, so-called Latinos, so-called West Indian blacks, right? So-called Native American Indians, right? And they shall do in Edom according to mine anger and according to my fury, and they shall know my vengeance, say the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushai power, right? The Most High gonna use Israel, right, and smash Edom into pieces, right? No Edomite can make it into the kingdom, neither them that are joined to Esau via his way of thinking, his philosophies, his doctrines, his theories, his policies of governance, right? His policies of religion, his policies of all these things, because these things is folly. You understand? The Most High never give we, you understand, we Israelites, you understand, for follow for the way of the heathens, right? Nor even after Esau, right? Who was given the laws, the statutes, the commandments, and the holy scriptures to follow, right? Saying, well, let me read this. Isaiah chapter 34. You understand? Isaiah chapter 34. Right? Yeah. 34 and 34:5. Right? I can't, no, can't. Verse 8, right? For it is a day of the Lord's vengeance and the year of recompenses for the controversy of Zion, and the streams thereof shall be turned into pitch, and the dust thereof into brimstone, and the land thereof shall become burning pitch. It shall not be quenched night nor day. The smoke thereof shall go up forever, from generation to generation. It shall lie waste. None shall pass through it forever and ever. Right? You know, in fulfilling, you know, the destruction of you Edomites and the land of you Chaldeans, you know, which is the land of Esau, which is America right now. You understand? Them is the land spiritually known as Sodom and Egypt. And the Most High say him go have vengeance upon Edom. You understand? And him hate them forever. You understand? Y'all people not going to escape the judgment, right? And all you Israelites who want to remain joined to this devil, right, and not want to come back to your true heritage, your true nationality, you understand? Understanding that y'all are Israelites, you understand? That y'all supposed to be upholding the commandments of the Heavenly Father, you understand? Burning fire upon faggots and gays and LBGTQ, right? Stop going into rascal denominations and temples created by this devil, because the Most High say him dwell not in temples made with hands, right? And him tell you in Proverbs 1:20 that hey, wisdom cried aloud in the street, in the chief place of concourse. You understand? Yahushua commanded his true prophets, you understand, his disciples to go upon the highway and the edges, you understand, for spread the word. You understand? Not in no temple, not in no building, you know. So with that, you know, hopefully I brought some edification. You know, I want to give the banners unto the apostles and the elders of GMS. You know, salutation to all the Akim on the four corners of this earth, you know, pushing this word in sincerity and in truth. You know, once a shalom barakatam, call Akim, Mawat Lababal, shalom.